away while deposed by the committee 100 times to be exact. Meanwhile, another one of the co-defendants, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, is perhaps taking a different tack to save his own skin by refusing to keep mum about his actions as detailed in the indictment. Meadows took to the witness stand earlier this week to bolster his bid to move the Fulton County case to federal court. He testified that he believed his actions detailed in the indictment fell within the scope of his duties as White House Chief of Staff. His hearing transcript could be released tonight or tomorrow morning. But his testimony could, get this, help the prosecutors in the case. Because, as detailed in the Daily Beast, what Meadows is saying is exactly what Fani Willis is trying to prove, that Trump was at the center of this entire criminal enterprise. Joining me now is Timothy Heaphy, former lead investigator for the House January 6th Select Committee, Katie Benner, MSNBC contributor and national reporter for the New York Times, and Tristan Snell, former assistant attorney general for the state of New York, and the man who led the prosecution of Trump University. Thank you all for being here. Timothy Heaphy, I want to start with you first. Let's go backwards. Let's talk about Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows wants his case to be federalized, but it does seem that the more he talks to try to get that to happen, the more he hurts Trump. Is that how you see it?
I think the Daily Beast story, Joy, is exactly right. He essentially confirmed that President Trump was in control of all of his activities and, by extension, the activities of the other charged co-conspirators. That is exactly the theory that the district attorney will present, that this was a conspiracy with a hierarchy, and at the very head of the hierarchy was President Trump. Now, Meadows thinks that that helps him because it suggests that he was doing everything in his official capacity. The problem is that a lot of what he was doing has nothing to do with any federal authority, an issue controlled by the federal government. It has to do with state elections, which are clearly within the ambit of state officials, not federal, or campaign activity, which is also beyond the scope of what the chief of staff does. So I don't know that he helped himself, but he certainly helped Fani Willis.